Democrats have a new plan to take on Donald Trump. Ready for it? A war room. Our partners at The Hill report party officials outlined 4 primary goals of the new operation to expand Democratic reach into new information spaces. Whatever that means, I don't know. To engage in aggressive daily messaging to counter the Trump administration, to use creative opposition tactics to counter GOP efforts, and to combat the lies from the right from a new vertical. New vertical. Got to look that one up, too. It is not much different than the anti-Trump protesters this weekend who took to the streets around the country to denounce Trump. They branded them, quote, hands-off rallies.
Hands off! Hands off! We gotta be hands off! Hands off! We see what democracy looks like! Show me what a revolution looks like!
Hands off!
Hands off!
Our science!
Our science!
Hands off!
Hands off!
Our research!
Our research!
Republicans could only be so lucky. It's our job to analyze what's happening. Hands off sounds like a high school public service announcement before prom. It is that kind of lecturing that lost Democrats this election. Democrats' problem is they don't know what they are for, only against Trump and lecturing people on what not to do. All the things they were for are unpopular. DEI, woke, boys and girls sports. And to be fair, Tim Walz, of all people, who was sort of leading that charge, actually diagnosed the problem.
It should have been a slam dunk for us to say, we're the party that cares about that. We're the party that's going to protect Social Security and Medicare. We're the party that thinks the ACA is a good start, but we need to do more on health care. And we didn't do that. So I'm concerned. When I was young, it was easy to know what a Democrat was. They stood with the working class and labor. Republicans were country club and for the rich. Today, you ask people, they don't.
Perhaps, Mr. Walz, that is because of you. But I digress. Before vice presidential candidate been so relevant? And the reason he was on CNN was to respond something from his old running mate.
Because, you know, there were many things that we knew would happen. Many things. I'm not here, so I told you so.
She may have warned the American people, but she didn't do it compellingly enough to win.
That is the absolute point. And look, when I criticize, I'm criticizing myself. I own this. I'm part of the ticket. And somebody has to come up with a strategy. I do think the challenge for Democrats, and this is, I think, a structural problem that's going to take a lot more thinking. Why, with all of that out there, did they not think we were any better than that?
Trump's ad summed it up pretty well. Kamala is for they, them. Donald Trump is for you. Republicans had a message. Democrats have an anti-Trump message, hands off. They need to come up with a new argument. Nobody trusts them anymore. Today, sports broadcaster Stephen A. Smith says that he might pick up the baton.
I have no desire to be a politician. My life is pretty well. But I've decided I'm no longer going to close that door. I'm going to keep my options open. I'm going to entertain the possibility. And if it comes in 2020, late 2026, 2027, where I look at this country and I think it's an absolute mess and there's legitimate reason to believe, whether it's via exploratory committees or anything else, that I indeed would have a legitimate shot to win the presidency of the United States, I am not going to rule it out.
Just tossing this out there, our country isn't a mess. Do we have problems? Sure. And to be fair, Stephen A. Smith is a new name who appears to believe in 2 things: common sense and right and wrong. Democrats desperately need all 3 of those things, most of all, new names. The presidency, though, is more than about diagnosing problems and blaming one person or blaming a movement. Running for president, winning, is about giving people a promise of a better tomorrow. That is how you win elections. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.